Okay, here we go. Tacitus History, Part 20. The proximate care, the next care, was of money. And everything, what have we got here? It seemed most just in the scrutinizing everywhere, where the cause of this inopia or this poverty was. This is where they could find the money, it looks like. So they're going to look for what the cause of this was. Biz and Vicans, it's a 100,000 million sesterces Nero had funded or poured out in donations or in gifts. So it seems like most of the money had been squandered. Okay, so he ordered, singulos, each single one of these to be appellaried, to be called in. See, again, they're re-seeking money. It looks like a decimal part, but a tenth part of these liberalities, these are gifts. So they ordered them to come in, the tenth part, which was apud quemque, upon each of these which was left. Okay. But to these people, there was scarcely more than a tenth portion of this money left. So it looks like they're going to re-seek a tenth part, but they didn't have it, they've already spent it. And these same people towards aliens, towards other people in sumptibus, in expenses, if you know the prodigal son, means he wasted as well, so they had prodigurated, they'd wasted this money of their own and on other people, it looks like, with the most rapacious of them and the most perdissimus, the most destructive or worthless people. They didn't have anything of land or of fainus, which is usually the interest or the amount owed, the whole donation or gift of these liberalities. They looks like they didn't have anything left, but only the sole instruments remained of their vices, only enough for them to keep gambling and drinking or whatever. Triginta equites Romani. There were 30 Roman knights, preposited, positioned or set up, looks like it's been done in advance, to exact this money for the exaction of recovering the money. This was a new genus, a new type of office, and it was onerosum, it was burdensome in the ambition and the number of these. So I guess 30 is a lot of people, and they had a bit of ambition and fighting between them. Ubique, so everywhere under the spear, as we know that where they hold auctions, they put a spear in the ground. And sectors, these are people who buy up estates, as we saw in Cicero. And the city was disquiet or unquiet due to actionibusses, which would be legal vying, I'm guessing. Okay, Daily Dictionary. Sector. Publicist, a bidder, purchaser at a public sale of goods captured or confiscated by the state. Synonym for quadrupulator, etc. You can do other research on it. And nevertheless, there was grandium gaudium, grande because it's a neuter. There was great joy that they would be just as poor that Nero had given to, Quibus would be the deity for Nero had given people, tam quam as the correlatives, just as are those from whom things had been abstulicid, had been taken away or stole. So Nero had taken from people and left them poor, and now the people Nero had given to would be just as poor. Ex auctori usually means you've been discharged, you've gone from power and authority. Through these days were tribunals, so there were tribunals who were sacked or something. From the Praetorians, there was Antonius Taurus and Antonius Naso. From the city cohorts, there was Aemilius Pacensis, and from the vigils, these are like sentries and police, it's Julius Fronto. Nec remedium in Ketros fort. So neither was this a remedy towards the others, but it was the initiation of fear, the beginning of fear, just as so it looked like through art and with a bit of dread, singular, one at a time, they were being dispelled, repelled, or ejected from power, with all people suspected, omnibus suspectus. 21. Interior Otho. Meanwhile, Otho, to whom there was no hope with things being all settled and ordered, everything was in turpitude or in confusion as far as his concilium or plan went. Many things at the same time were stimulating or goading him on. Luxury-wise, even would have been a burden to an emperor, so he was spending a lot. Scarcely he could tolerate or could be tolerated as a private citizen, this lack of funds he had. So towards Galba he had ira or anger, and towards Piso he had invidia, begrudging and envy. Fingerbat. He created also fear, quo with a comparative, so that he could desire to get more. Looks like it's speech. He said himself to have been per gravem, very serious competitor or something to Nero, or burdensome to him, and neither again was he expecting or waiting the honour of exile, another exile. Must have gone to this place in exile the first time. Always, Dominus, people like tyrants, would suspect and be in visum and have a bit of hatred maybe to those qui who were destinatur proximus, who would be next in line, or successors, who was proximate in getting power. Could be harmful for himself, something could be, and id could be, a thing could be, amongst an old senex, or the old principal, the old emperor. There could be harm for him, and more harm there could be amongst the young fellow who had just been adopted, as we saw. He was truculent in character, and he was bearing a bit of a grudge from his long exile. It was possible that for an Otho to be killed. This is still in the Oradia Oblique. So then, it must be done and must be dared while the authority of Galba was in flux, and not yet had the authority of Piso coalesced. So Otho is plotting something. Something's opportune, with great strivings and great connotations, the transitus. So this transitioning of things, transitioning of emperors really, this seemed opportune for great strivings. And neither should there be a delay, a cunctation in this effort or work, when it would be per niculosium or destructive, to be resting, than to be rash and headstrong, temeritas. Mortem to omnibus. There's death to everyone. It's equal from nature or by nature, with oblivion among posterity or glory, to be distinguished, or is the difference. And if to the harmful and the innocent has the same exodus, the same outcome, is remaining for these, whether you be glorious or in oblivion, it is deservedly so to die the more acrory, the more vigorous or more bold, if we want to compare it to that up there. 22. There was not a soft mind of Otho, similar to his body, and the intimates of his slaves and freedmen, who were more corrupt than are usually inhabiting a private home. The palace of Nero and luxuries and adulteries and the marriages and the rest of these lusts of kings, and of such a sort, with avarice, basically greedily, that if he dared, here we go, as present participle, they were showing him that if he dared, looks like he'd get all these things, but to the quiet, they would be for aliens or for others, so could be his own, but if he stayed quiet, other people would get it. They were exprobing him, they were spurring him on and insulting him probably. The mathematicians, which are astrologers, these are even urging him on, that while there were new movements, I guess, of the stars, because they're astrologers, this could be a clarum annum for Otho. This could be a bright year for Otho, they affirmed, by observations of the stars. Yep, there's the stars. These are a genus of people. These are a type of people who are infidem. They're untrustworthy to the potent, to the powerful. They're deceitful to those with hopes, which in our city are always vetoed or banned, and they're also retained. So it's a two-way streak. That's it for the day.